Okay, Coach, historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or.
Check pass. Check now.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Shotgun now for Manning. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing on first down is Manning. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 24, watch 24.
To throw again, Manning. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A huge play there for Denver, 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Coleman sliding out of the pocket. His pass caught at the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Eli Manning, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
at the 24-yard line.
58! Scoot! Okay, double up.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Heavy, what you got?
A shotgun snap for Keenum. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Preston Smith there on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. All day.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman.
Run, go!
And he'll go down at the 28. That one, a first down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Go!
To throw is Manning.
You must get tired of seeing me.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll run it with Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 27, Keenum. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On first down, it's Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Kaiser going to try the sneak, and they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go now. Hey, come on.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's calm down.
Kaiser to throw it this time. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. 10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Pull it together.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Keenum. His throw caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Coleman. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Looking to throw. Coleman. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Trevor Davis deep for Green Bay. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
51.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Like 20. 51's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
To throw, it's Keenum. And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Mike's 50. Hustle. 50. Check tight end, check tight.
Working from the gun, Manning. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score.
Get ready, get ready.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
First down, Denver.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
To throw, it's Manning. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Target.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing again. Manning. And this one's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Gets it off to Freeman. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Davis now to return it. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Packers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Called an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On third down, here's Jones. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Check in. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Throwing on first down is Keenum. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Here we go.
They'll go again to Jones. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And finally brought down at the 38. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards on the ground.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now Manning. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Manning. They'll set up the screen for Freeman.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Below Nichols. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll toss it to Coleman. Spins by. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
And the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. He was brought down there by Will Parks. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Keenum now to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6, Kaiser. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Kaiser. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw, Kaiser. On the move to his left. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Christian Kirksey just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. After the sack on first down, Keenum, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Looking deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Keenum going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So after the INT, it's Manning. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Manning. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Dean Lowry breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Manning going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage, there to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Packers. Equanimous St. Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers get a score closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Manning. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Throwing is Manning to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Throwing now is Manning. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Keenum. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Keenum. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
From the red zone now, Keenum. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Ready? Check. Tie right.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And some space here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Manning looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Landry the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. This is Coleman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Manning now to throw. And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the first half.
14. Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
It got his man complete. The 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Denver, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire